Welcome to the first episode of the home recorded guitar review show. So about a week ago, I ordered some guitars off of Harvey Norman's website. I found a guitar that was $79 and $9.95 postage, a total of $88. It has just arrived. And it took 3 days to get here. I'm going to unbox it with you and we're going to have a look at it and see if it's a good guitar or if it's trash. The brand is Carrera. I've seen these on other places as well, like Temu and Alibaba, going for about 150. Oops, I don't want it to fall. There we go. Protected it somewhat. Now it comes with a cable. Also looks like it's got a whammy bar and a guitar strap. Pretty standard guitar cable. Looks decent though. I mean, I probably wouldn't use it if I was going to be playing anywhere, but I'd be able to use that somewhere else. We've also got the guitar strap, which feels pretty, not great. Very kind of cheap material, quite flimsy. Got a guitar case, which is very thin, but I mean, this is to be expected. This is all just thrown in free stuff, but that's going to still protect your guitar from getting scratches. And if you're a beginner and you are just looking for a cheaper guitar to just start out on, these aren't the worst things to have. They give you the bottom string, so the E string. You've also got in there a truss rod Allen key, and they give you a guitar pick. Nice thick guitar pick. That's actually a pretty good guitar pick. Oh, and there's the whammy bar. All right, so that's what you get in the box. The guitar is wrapped in this material to keep it protected. It's got a little something else here. What is that? That's just a warranty and contact details, so you get a warranty with it. Okay, now let's see the big reveal. Straight out of the box, I can say that, it seems pretty legit. The paint on it's really good. The pick guard seems really nice. Very solid. Selected there. The board looks really nice. Now if I was to go down here to just check if the frets are in line, there's a little bit of scratchiness along there. Pegs are nice, they're all tight, seem strong. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. For $79, I was expecting a much cheaper feel. It's definitely not in tune. And it looks like the action is quite high on this, so I could certainly bring that action down and make it a bit lower. Apart from that, if I give it a quick tune, here's the pick that came with it. All right. Okay. It definitely doesn't play like an expensive guitar. It plays like a $150 guitar maybe. I think I'm gonna bring these down, tighten the truss rod a bit, and bring it a bit flatter. So I might just do that quickly. All right, so I've brought all these just down slightly. Now I was gonna look up what these are called, but leave a comment if you know what these are called. Then we can all learn something in the comments section. That's about as low as I'll go for now. I'm also going to adjust the truss rod. Now, to tighten the truss rod, you need to go clockwise in order to bring the truss rod back that way. If you want to go loosen, well then you go anti-clockwise. You don't want to overdo it. Just double check that. It's getting there. Go one tiny little bit more. I've got to give that a quick tune up again. Now, another thing that's obviously going to make this guitar sound better is just a completely new set of strings. So these strings, they don't seem to be the worst, but if I sort of rub my hands along them, I can just tell straight away that they're not top quality. Okay, that feels better already. Just having that action lower. All right, I'm impressed. Okay, so we'll plug it into some amps now and we will test it out and just see what the pickups sound like, and then we'll go from there. This one's a Brit amp. I guess it's a sort of a takeoff of like a Marshall stack or something, but Okay, let's just try these different settings. Yep, so that's the top pickup there, the neck pickup. Okay, so that's the bridge pickup. Generally, the bridge pickup usually has like the most, what do you call it, high gain. I think for rock and metal and stuff, people tend to go with the bridge pickup. Now, I'm no guitar tech too, by the way, so if you're watching this and there's any technical terms that you'd like to correct me on, please leave them in the comment, because I'm learning as I go along and I'd love to learn more. There's one amp simulator that I use a lot. It's for my recordings, called a dual rectifier. So one thing I'm noticing on this guitar too is it seems like I'm pretty sure it's a mahogany fretboard. It seems quite dry, so it'd definitely be worth giving that a bit of an oil, and perhaps even just giving the neck a bit of an oil as well. Now we'll try a clean sound. The pickups seem to be picking up. That's a good sign. I definitely record with this. There's a certain tone to this guitar that you wouldn't be able to tell if you were playing an expensive guitar or not. You know, once you put it through an amp simulator or an amp in general, it's often hard to tell if someone's playing a cheap guitar or not, because every guitar has its own unique sound. Orange amp. And that's just on the bridge pickup there. Well, there you have it. So that is the Carrera $79 Harvey Norman buy with $9.95 postage. Good quality, solid. It's got a good weight to it. It's got the plastic on there, so once you pull that plastic off, it's a good solid pick guard. I don't know enough about pickups to really analyze them, but from my ears, it sounds pretty good. As I said, it could do with an oil on the necks, some new strings, and I think it'd be ready to go. Now I've got a second one here which I'm going to test out as well and just see if there's any differences between the two in the manufacturing. There's one thing I have noticed just on the frets here. I don't know if you can see that, but one of the frets wasn't quite finished there, and you can just sort of see it's got a little bit of an indent there. So, you know, that you're going to get that. You're going to get that with the cheaper guitars. If I was going to give it a rating out of 10 for a beginner guitar, I'd definitely say an 8, just because there's a few things that you could probably, you know, just upgrade. In terms of price, value, I would have to give it a 10. Simply because I haven't tried enough guitars to test the value in the pricing. But I've played a lot of expensive guitars, and if you were to say to me $1,000 Fender Strat versus a $79 Carrera guitar is going to be leagues apart, that's questionable. So you could save yourself $900 and go with the Carrera and still be playing guitar. You don't need to have that $1,000 guitar. That being said, you know, there is a big difference when it comes to getting into intermediate to professional guitar playing, and you will notice the big differences with the pickups. You will notice the big differences in the neck, in the way that it plays, many variations as to why there's a difference in price. But 10 out of 10 for the $79 Australian with $9.95 postage. This is the perfect beginner guitar. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me some comments as to things that you would fix on this guitar, and if you've also found any bargains for guitars that are at a low price or any other anomalies to do with guitar work. Keep rocking, keep rolling, brah.